Hi all, welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome back. If you've been with me for a while, if you're new, do feel free to like, subscribe, leave a positive comment, only positive comments. If you have something negative, keep it to yourself. I'm not going to take the time to read your comments if they're negative. I will delete them and block you. Anyway, moving forward. So my name is Loretta. I do have a little Pomchi named Chloe, and we go on adventures, hiking, camping when we have time. Oh, I love the outdoors. She loves the beach. Our favorite place is the beach, by the way. We live in the Redwoods. It's currently pouring down rain. We're supposed to get like, I don't know, 8 to 10 inches here over the course of 8 days. It's like constant rain and wind. And it's, it's temperatures are dropping, it's foggy, blah, 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 blah. I live on the coast. What can you say? But I love it here. She loves it. She's currently fast asleep under some blankets. We're at a friend's house at the moment. That's their tree. I did get a Christmas tree. Oh, and by the way, we do live on Horse Farm for now. I am making preparations to relocate because it's just becoming not conducive to what we need. Basically, I'm gonna leave it at that. It's, yeah. And I love to bake and cook and share all that with you. I made this channel as a living diary of sorts. It helps me to look back if I'm going through something really hard or difficult. I can go back and see if I had that same experience and how I dealt with it back then to see how I'm dealing with it now, and to help other people and just to have fun, you never know what I'm gonna post. And I do not edit my videos. I don't do it, and that's okay. I'm genuine and genuine. And I just speak my truth. So as you can see, I'm gonna have a sip of coffee. I live in the Redwoods. I love it. So again, Chloe's fast asleep on the couch under some blankets. And I just want to see how everybody's doing. I want to talk about a few things. I did post a video a little while back around Thanksgiving time, Black Friday week and whatnot, that the holidays, and pretty much if you don't pay attention to signs of your family, loved ones, friends, every day of the year can be a hard day for somebody, but the holidays tend to be the worst. They're pretty bad for me. And I did get a little mini Christmas tree, one that you can plant somewhere, with some tiny lights. I'll share that with you in another video. But yes, holidays can be very hard. And so one thing that people don't really want to talk about because it's taboo, is suicide. And it goes across any age, any race, any nationality, whatever. And it's really hard because I've struggled with it myself. Like, why do I need to be here? I'm not good for anybody. It's overwhelming, blah, 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 blah. And I've had so much trauma in my life, in the past, that I don't always talk about it. And, again, this channel is kind of like a living diary for me, to get my feelings out, to get how I'm feeling out, instead of writing on paper. Like, I still journal, I still write things down, but I'm finding that if I video and get what I'm feeling, or try to get what I'm feeling out, I can go back and watch those videos, and they really help. They really do. See how far I've come. And I want to address, I've seen so many, like I was at the store the other day. I think it was Safeway, and so many people, like this one woman literally witnessed her taking a product out of another shopper's cart, and the other shopper said, "What are you doing? I just put that in there." She's like, "It's the last one, I'm taking it." And she pulled out a knife, and of course police were called and everything, but it's like, that frightened me, and I actually stepped up and I said, that's not cool, that's not right. And of course, I put myself in danger, but I did what was right in my mind. If you see something wrong, stop it if you can. The more that crime goes on, the more people get hurt, the more it continues. And basically, I got in between them. And then a store manager came and de-escalated it, and then the police were called, took her. I don't know what happened, but yeah, it's like, why would you do that? I understand, you hear about Black Friday, people rushing through the stores, standing in line for hours, hurting people to get the last item. It's not worth it. With that said, I'm doing my best, and I do owe you all a video on my budget, which I'm putting that together here soon, and I'll be releasing that, and my debt update. But yeah, if you see something wrong, don't put yourself in harm's way, but at least try to help if you can, or at least call the police, or get somebody else to help. But don't let a crime happen. And by the way, it was an elderly woman that was being threatened by it. I think she might have been maybe in her 20s, 30s at best, with a knife. It's like, why do that? With that said, I'm seeing so many people, and you see it on the TV, social media, everything like that. All these sales, buy this, buy this, buy this, and this is how people are going into so much debt, which debt leads to depression. Debt leads to what I have learned as a coping mechanism, because if you get a credit card, let's say, it starts out, okay, fine, I'll use this to buy, some gas or whatever. And then next thing you know, like I did, I went through a period where I needed credit cards to pay bills, which you should never, ever, ever do that. Try and use them if you do get credit cards. Don't get them if you don't need them, but if you do, emergencies only. But the small purchases, they add up. And then you have kids, you have people that you want to please and give gifts to. So this time of year, the holidays, I'm guilty for it myself, and this is part of the reason why I'm in a credit card debt, but I'm getting out of it. I'm not using my credit cards at all. I'm keeping a couple open. I did close a couple, and I've paid off a couple, which is awesome. I'm almost ready to pay off a couple more. You say a couple. Yes, I had at one time, I had 12 credit cards. Yes, 12 credit cards. I'm down to only 4 active open credit cards. The rest I closed out. So, and that includes Les Schwab because I needed tires, I needed brakes. But what I'm trying to get at is the holidays can be rough, and don't overdo it. Don't overthink it. Don't overspend. Interest rates are going up. And if you do have credit cards, like I do, and so many, and you get notices in the mail, like I do, and so many, and like I did, and so many possibly, and you don't open those notices, like what I did yesterday after 2 months, I'm like, I'm going to go through my mail. Well, one of my credit cards, the notice, and I called them yesterday, they were at a 28, and this is a kicker, 28% interest rate, which is high. It's really high. And as of December 1st, if I didn't reply by December 15th, which as we know, it's already, what, the 21st or 22nd of December, those interest rates will go up to 36%, and they're tacking on a $49 annual fee. I'm like, no, I've never had a credit card ever with an annual fee. But I have an open balance on that one. And in a way, I do like that particular credit card. It's through Mercury. But they also gave me an additional $700 credit limit. So, yay. Am I going to use it? No. I'm trying to get it paid off. That way I could tuck it away somewhere, and if I need it, like for car repairs or, emergency trips or something somewhere, I have it. I called them and they said I was going to cancel it yesterday, but then they're like, you still have to pay an annual fee no matter if you have a balance on it. I'm like, okay, the high interest. I'm going to just keep it open because I know that is one of the 4 I want to keep, even though they tacked on an annual fee. Also, with some of your credit cards, they are now starting to charge for your paper bills. So it could be $2, $4 if you get paper bills. Otherwise, you go electronic, you don't get charged for that. And I'm like, I'm not getting charged to get a bill in the mail. No, I'm trying to pay it off. That said, I remember a few times that I would overspend just because I wanted to please somebody. I need to buy for this person. This person needs a gift. This person, and in all actuality, just a simple card, like Christmas card, an actual, yes, they still make Christmas cards that you can mail or send, or just hand to somebody and give them a hug or whatever, let them know that you're still thinking of them, is sufficient. We live in a society that if you're not spending money, some people, including myself, I no longer think that way because I am definitely trying to get out of debt. I'm definitely trying to put money aside. We live in a society that if we're not spending money on somebody else, we don't matter. And if we don't matter, our depression kicks in and we miss people. We feel like we can't show up somewhere, like to a family get together or whatnot. And we start to withdraw. And when we withdraw, like I have done, those feelings of inadequacy, and depression, and woe is me, all these feelings start to implode on us, and then we're left with, okay, well, I'm no good to anybody. Nobody wants me around. Nobody loves me. Nobody cares about me. I'm not good to anybody. What's the next step? Okay, this is where we end up with high suicidal rates. And as a society, community, we need to recognize those signs, and reach out, help, love each other. Quit being standoffish. If you see somebody struggling, bring them in, ask them, how are you doing? Just comment on something. Oh, I love your shirt today, or your hair looks beautiful, or can I get you a cup of coffee? Something kind. Kindness goes a long way. And also want to say our pets, because here soon it's going to be New Year's. We got to care for our pets. They get sick too, just like we do. Chloe can't always tell me. She's my little Pomeranian. She's only about 7 pounds, I think. And she just turned 7, which I owe you a video of her birthday too. Sometimes I've paid so much attention to her that I know when she's not feeling good. I know when there's something wrong, and she will let me know. Literally, if she's in pain or her tummy hurts or whatever it might be, or she's scared, she will let me know, and I comfort her, and then she's okay. But if I can't do that, then I know I could take her to the vet. So with that said, budget-wise, and this is going back to what I owe you, a video, if you have animals, you got to set money aside for them too, as well as yourself, your car, your home, anything that may happen. But don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. Because after the holidays, and they're going to release a report of how much money people spent, how much debt they accumulated during a short period of time that they will be working off pretty much the rest of their lives to pay off. And if you can rationalize, even make handmade gifts, bake something, cookies. It doesn't have to be electronics that you gift somebody, just or whatnot. I see it all the time, and definitely people should not be hurting other people to get a product. Case in point, going back to my story that I witnessed and kind of intervened a little bit. And don't put yourself in harm's way, but stand up for the weak. I always believe you protect those who cannot protect themselves, so to speak, the children, the elderly, some adults, and don't let crime happen. We have to stop it. There's too much violence in the world. And I am rambling on, but it's my channel and it's my diary. This is bothering me, and it has been bothering me, and I need to get it out. I'm alone for the holidays again this year, and I technically I'm not, because I have Chloe and I have the good Lord above. I can video, chat, text, call my mom, my sister, my daughter, but it would be nice to actually physically be there with them. So next year, I am definitely, that's what I'm doing. Gonna be with my family for the holidays next year. This year I'm kind of stuck. So it's hard because I get into my own thoughts, and this is why I'm making this video here. And if you do make it to the end of the video, welcome, thank you. I appreciate you. Please, positive comments. Let me know how you deal with emotional stress, anxiety, depression, overwhelmness during the holiday season. Let me know, do you spend meagerly or do you spend extravagantly? How how do you pay those bills back? Do you pay them off right away? Or like so many like myself, I'm trying to pay a little extra than just the minimum payment on the cards. And sometimes I can only just afford to pay just the minimum. And that takes a long time. And then when you got credit card companies increasing the interest rates, tacking on an annual fee, it adds up. It really does. So, all right, y'all. I'm gonna finish my coffee. And that's another thing. I just get the instant coffee because I don't drink that much coffee. I really have cut back a lot. So I get a box of, in fact, I'll show you. I get this right here. 7 servings, and I use 2 packets per cup. And I just keep adding water to it as I drink it down a little bit. I'll add water and warm it back up. But I don't drink coffee every day. With that said, I hope everybody's doing well, stay safe, staying warm, and be aware out there. You know, we live in a very tumultuous time and uncertainty, and I don't know what 2026 is going to bring. I'm kind of worried about it. So let me know if you have pets. Do you buy them gifts too for Christmas? What do you buy them? Chloe is getting something really special, and I will share that later too. But I love that little dog. I've had her since she was as big as her head. For 7 years now. Wow. But anyway, I said all that to say I appreciate everyone out there. I'm caring. I care about you. I'm thinking about you, praying for all of you. And I wishing you all a happy holiday. Be kind. To everyone, no matter where they're from, no matter what their race is, no matter what their culture is, no matter their religious beliefs, no matter nothing. Be kind. Love everyone. And it's what it should be. There should not be ever a time where there's any hate. There's no room for it. No negativity. I'm keeping my channel positive. So if you are a negative person, don't comment. You know, if you don't like what I have to say, my channel, my videos, my cooking, I don't care. Move on, or, you know, just don't leave a negative comment. Nobody has time for it. I certainly don't. I am battling with a very serious health condition on top of so much. You don't know what people are going through. And just be kind, be positive. Just be positive. Please. For me, for yourself. You know? All right, I'm rambling on. So if you're new, welcome. Give you a big old hug. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in. And if you made it to the end of my channel, my favorite pie dessert ever is a key lime pie. So comment that in the comments below, and let me know. Yeah, let me know about your credit card debt. If you have any student loans too, we could talk about student loans. That's the majority of my debt right there. My student loans. But chipping away as best as I can. I'm gonna add more water and warm this up again. It got cold. And take a sip here. Still good though. Yeah. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Happy Hanukkah. Kwanzaa. Whatever you celebrate. I appreciate you. And I like to learn about new cultures. So whatever you celebrate, wherever you're from, worldwide, please let me know. Let me know what you celebrate. And maybe one day we can meet. All right, you all. It's getting late. And I gotta go. Be kind. Please like, subscribe, leave a positive comment. Only positive comments. Thank you. Oh, and let me know what you have for your holiday meal for, yes, the one that's coming up.